Casey Stoner stunned Valentino Rossi and everybody else in 2007, his second year in MotoGP. The Australian didn't just beat Rossi to the world title that year, he wiped the floor with him, taking 10 victories to the Italian's 4. With 3 races to go, Lorenzo was the only rider with any hope of beating Stoner in the championship. There were 65 points between them. The odds were stacked against the Spaniard. But you never know. Stoner might make a mistake. He didn't. When he went down, the fingers of Lorenzo's left hand were trapped between the clutch lever and the handlebar. The lever amputated the tip of his ring finger. It was a horrible morning for Lorenzo, but a great afternoon for Casey Stoner.
Casey Stoner now is closing up on the 2011 MotoGP World Championship. Simoncelli in second place. Everybody stands at Phillip Island. Casey Stoner wins the Australian Grand Prix. The 2011 World Champion.
You know, won the home Grand Prix. I think it was our 5th in a row there. Won the second World Championship on my birthday. You know, that's a pretty special day.
Casey Stoner had a plan for 2012. Do it again. Win the World Championship and underline the fact that he was the #1 rider in the world.
The checkered flag beckons the Australian. It will be his second successive win. He leads the World Championship by 1 point after 3 rounds.
At the 4th race in France, the Australian announced the other part of his plan for the year.
But Casey now is going to make an announcement. Casey.
You know, this has been coming for a couple of years now, but at the end of this 2012 season, I will be not racing in the 2013 championship. I will be finishing my career at the end of this season in MotoGP and go forward in different things in my life.
How could he do it? Walk away from it all at the age of just 27, when he's got the best bike, he's the reigning world champion, and he's making millions. There were all kinds of theories. The birth of his daughter, Alessandra, ironically on Valentino Rossi's birthday. The possible effect of Marco Simoncelli's death. Stoner's loathing of the media and the MotoGP circus in general.
I'm sure he would like to live in the 80s. Much less media people came to the racing. Riders, they don't need to care about any kind of image. They could say whatever they want. Now you have to be very political correct. And you spend long hours speaking to the press, doing events for your sponsors.
All I ever wanted to do was go racing. And unfortunately, 90 to 95% of this job became media, appearances, everything else but racing.
That's the game now. Every big sport has a lot of communication and PR activity behind it.
He was just burnt out, and it did eat away at him inside, that these PR appearances, interviews. He took it all so personally, and I said to him, Case, just treat it as a job.
We know it's a job, but at the same time, you're going out there risking every day. You've got to have passion in it, and when you lose that, then it's hard to sort of find the motivation to keep going out there and doing the same things.
He might be retiring, but Stoner was not backing off.
Wanted to go out wearing the #1 plate. We made a mistake in Sachsenring, and quite honestly, I was confident I was still going to win the championship.
A month later, Stoner made a second mistake.
Just made that mistake in Indianapolis and destroyed my ankle, and yeah, that was it.
The impact tore every ligament in his foot. He was out for 3 races. 2 weeks after his victory in Australia, Casey Stoner rode his final MotoGP race at Valencia, taking 3rd place.
Thank you, Casey Stoner, for what you've given us. It's the end of an amazing career, an amazing rider as well in MotoGP.
This left a Honda race machine looking for a rider.